Hi, this is David from Challenge Accepted. This is the second video in our week of giving up sugary drinks. Yesterday on Facebook we had a comment saying, well, surely if we give up all sugary drinks then surely we're just left drinking water. And I just want to clarify a couple of things. So I want to clarify what is natural sugars against kind of refined, mass-produced sugars that we get pumped into a lot of stuff now. So if you're having freshly squeezed orange juice that you're doing yourself at home, or you can get it from a supermarket that is really fresh, or a restaurant that's doing it there in the restaurant, brilliant. That is natural for you. Yes, it's going to have a sugar spike, but it's not necessarily as bad for you as other drinks that are pumped full of refined sugars. So in the other video where I showed up the orange juice that we had, that's made from concentrate. So it's not even the natural sugars that go in there, it's pumped full of extra sugars, refined sugars. And those can be a lot worse because they break down quicker into the body and you can get a real instant hit. They're also added to a lot of drinks for taste. Like, I'm sure we've all had, asked for an orange juice in a restaurant, you get it and you go, wow, that tastes quite bitter. Yes, that's what fresh orange juice, freshly squeezed with no added rubbish in it, tastes like. So when you start putting in a whole load of extra sugar, it tastes nicer, but guess what, it's not as good for you. So the reason why sugars are bad is because of how quickly they absorb into the body, how quickly they're broken down into energy. So you often see tennis players or top level athletes having kind of sugary drinks during the middle of a game or the middle of a match. Now that's because they need those sugars, they need that energy quick, because it's taking it from the muscle, your body's taking it from the muscle to break down for energy, then it's taking it from the blood, and now you're into almost sugar deficit in the body. So if you can spike your levels quickly with bananas or the sports drinks that they have, you can quickly get that up into the bloodstream. Now that is quite a good use of sugar if you're playing a endurance sport, or you're big into endurance competition. However, most of us aren't. Most people have a very sedentary lifestyle, and that leads to a lot of problems because you get this huge impact of sugar, influx of sugar into the body, and it quickly gets absorbed, and if it's not used, it's just going to get stored as fat. So that's why obesity rates skyrocketing, particularly for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 year olds. If they're having a lot of sugar in their diet then, when their body's already growing and all the hormones are kicking in, that can have a serious impact and set bad precedents for the years to come. So just wanted to highlight actually how much sugar is in a can of Coke. So here I've got a little black notepad, and I'm going to put it onto there. This is just regular refined sugar that I'm going to put onto the black notepad just so you can see how much. Now, a can of Coke apparently has 9.5 teaspoons of sugar. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying not to make a mess. And the love is 5, 6, whoa, 7, 8, 9 and a half. It's probably about 9.5. Now I'm going to try and lift this up without making too much mess. That is 9.5 teaspoons of sugar. That is a phenomenal amount of sugar to be putting into your body in one hit. And often cans of Coke, it's a nice sunny day, or hot, just been out somewhere, you're going to hit that can of Coke, you're going to down it, and that's what's going to be hitting your bloodstream within about a 10-20 minute window. There's a huge amount of sugar to be going into your body. Now, just a little case study of this. A while ago, I had a friend who used to drink 6 cans of Coke a day, or 2 litres a day, which is a huge amount. And so even within that amount of sugar, you've got about 150 calories. So to burn off 150 calories, you need to be going at a reasonable rate, like on a cross trainer or a treadmill, for 15 minutes. I think 10 calories a minute, that's going at a good pace. Now he was having obviously 6 times that amount of refined sugar, and that's just in the drinks, it's not the rest of the diet. And so I set him a challenge. I said, look, why don't you give up the sugary drinks for a month just to see what happens. Everything else, Karen eating it, but let's just focus on the drinks. And within a 1 month period, he lost a stone. Now, he wasn't exercising more, he wasn't changing anything else in his diet. It was purely on cutting out the sugars in those drinks. So it has a huge effect on weight as well. It also has a huge effect on the mood as well, and you know, you sort of, you mood throughout the day, but I'll do another video on that another time. But in the meantime, just as a sort of little piece to help boost you through this week of no sugary drinks, I just thought I'd add a little bit of science. Sorry if it's boring, but I just think it's really important to educate people on why we're doing these challenges and why some of these things around us that we do every day cannot be the most beneficial for us. Anyway, I hope you're getting on well with the challenge. Yeah, let us know how you're doing. Any questions, post it in below. We'll happily answer them either on Facebook or YouTube, or do another little video like this to get your questions out there. Anyway, hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in a few days.